Hello everyone, myself Shruti. So I am from Vizag, and so today's class is about API data fetching, axios, fetch, and asynchronous await. So let me tell you about API data fetching. So let's go to first code actually. So this is the code of today's task. So fetching data means getting data from the server, or if we can say front end communication between front end and back end APIs. Like from back end APIs, we get the data what we want to the front end. So the common methods are two, as we know, fetch API or axios. So first let go to fetch API. So while using fetch, we need to um, write like method get, that we want to get the data or we want to post the data. So there is two requests, one is get request and one is post request. So get is used to retrieve data from the server, and data will be sent via a URL. Here you can see, using fetch I collected the data from the server. Here you can see I wrote uh, let JSON data fetch. Let fetch this URL. You can see this URL. So through URL we get the data for using fetch. And the request option is method get. So we have to mandatory, we have to maintain like the method should be get or post what we want. So this is two. And one more thing is, in fetch it saves all the data in JSO, JavaScript object. So but we want as we want sorry, JavaScript object notation it saves, but we want it as JavaScript object because browser doesn't only understands browse JavaScript. So we want to convert here the Java JSON data to JSO. So here we need to convert every single time that the data we are getting, that is JSON, and we have to convert it in JSO data. So here you using .jsn, we converted. The get method is mostly used to fetch list or some details. So fetch APIs are it was like built JavaScript APIs. So it is used to make HTTP requests. You can see here URL HTTP request, and returns a promise. It returns a promise, and it was also supported by so many modern browsers, I mean. So next is asynchronous and await. Here you can see I wrote asynchronous and await. Yes, you can see. So generally before all of the projects we have done tasks, those are synchronous. So asynchronous is nothing but it simplifies promise handling. Using asynchronous we can simplify promise handlings, and it makes asynchronous code look like synchronous. And so here I can say that using asynchronous and await, we can uh, check response, it is okay or not, and we can handle network errors. So asynchronous await tells us that let's wait to before executing this method, you must wait until the above method render or completed. So it tells us to wait until it was complete, until the first one completed. So this, for this is asynchronous and await is used. So next, let's come to axios. Here also I used axios. So axios is generally a third party HTTP client. So for that, I first we need to install in our VS Code, that is npm install axios. So first we need to install, and here you can see I imported axios. So we need to import that. After that we can use. So here you can see get product list from server using Axios. So while using Axios, there is no need to mention that we want to get the data or post the data. We can directly write and get the data. There is no need to write the API again and again. Here you can see I already saved the API in the default API base URL I already gave. So I no need to give the to whole API again, a whole URL again and again. Just I need to give what I want. So here I want products list. So I just gave slash products, that is axios, and axios automatically returns JSON. So it is used in, mostly it is used in React projects. So this is about axios, fetch, uh, and asynchronous await. So fetch is built-in, and manual JSON, like we have to convert it manually, but axios it is auto converting. Fetch we can use, like it can use for handling basic errors, but axios is better in handling errors. So these are today's topics. Thank you. Let me show you my project also. Here you can see get products using fetch. Here is the product list. So these are actually both Axios and Fetch do the same thing, but the process is different. The both, while you are getting Fetch, I will show the Axios also. Hmm, using Axios. So here Axios you can see both the result is same, but the process is little different, and Axios, like both have their own qualities. Thank you.